So we were in the Engage group, and basically the Engage group was everything which is before the sprint. So we identified that before the pre-sprint, we have the just before. So the moment people enter the room, at the moment the people actually come to the sprint and take some coffee. We have all the organization part. Found out the right date with the right people and all the processes inside. And we have all the what we call the selling part. And the selling part is with two different kind of people. With the client, how do we sell a sprint and engage people who don't really know what is it and convince them. And also then all the collaborator. So we was 4 people in my group, and two of them worked on the client side and 2 worked on the collaborator side. So I give the power to client.
So hi everyone. So if we start by talking to a potential customer about what is design sprint, actually many of them do not know what it is exactly. So we should not talk with a vocabulary that is in the design sprint vocabulary. So how do we do when they don't know what it is and they think that maybe a design sprint might be like a brainstorming or a post-it meeting? Or no, it's not a draft or things like this. There are very concrete outcomes. So how should we talk to them so that they don't think either that we are going to take their weakness and then put it in front of everyone? No, so we're not going to do all this. So we decided that we could do like a cheat sheet, so to answer all the questions they might have. If they have any questions, like we answer. So for example, there's of course we're here to sell you a vision, to align people, to do planification and to do prioritization as well, so that different experts are here in the room to give their voice, and everyone will talk because there are post-its, and actually post-its is very clever because you can move them from one space to another one, and if you're writing on the board, it's way harder to just erase everything. So that's the cheat sheet to have in your hand and to have all the answers in front of someone that do not know what it is.
Yes, and you have a second tool in your pocket is the fact that you, when the client comes and try to tell you his brief, you will use this timing, this moment, this meeting to start to do some workshop with him. And that will be your first workshop with him. So instead of explaining stuff, we decided not to explain any methodology, but to do directly things with him. And so you will already put post-its and try to focus on what is his actual issues, what are his actual issues. And so you will be able to reorganize them, etc. and smoothly show him that he needs exactly the different steps of the design sprint. So he comes from with his brief and goes back with the idea of a sprint.
Très bien, merci. I'm not used to speaking this. Okay. So on the other side, we have an internal process. So here is a kind of a timeline. Once the project is signed, we want to really onboard everyone, every stakeholder, and make them feel special and make them feel very useful on our sprint. So the first step is sending them just an email, an information email, before they're receiving a Google invite without any details. And in this email, we give them the overall objective of the sprint, and we want to give them meaning, and we want to show them that the sprint is not a tool, it's a tool to achieve a goal. So we want to show them this goal in that email. Then we want to schedule a 30-minute call. 30 minutes, I mean, it's a call. It's kind of an interview to learn how to learn to know them, their fear and what they are expecting with this sprint. What did we say? And we want to ask them some big questions. What were their reaction in front of that invite? What are they expecting? And did they already have a sprint in their life? Once we've had a meeting with them, we learn how to know to know them. Then we send them a special invite in an email to explain them the overall process and how their expertise and their intervention will be needed and useful. Yes, we can also invite them to join a Slack group or a WhatsApp group, to create some team spirit. And at the end, we want to send them a welcome pack. So this welcome pack can be physical or it can be an email. And in that welcome pack, we give them some more information about the program, about what they are expecting from them at each step, the working hours, the sprint hours. It means that they can work from before and after the sprint. And that's it. I don't know if I forgot anything. When we have 2 types of people we want to invite. The standard employee, I don't know how to say that in English, sorry. And the expert or the one with responsibilities, and they don't have the same fears towards a sprint. And so we want to really address the different fears according to the type of the people. That's it. Thank you.